All right. On today's episode of This Guy Has No Subscribers, so he's kind of talking into a void, we have a. God, I'm about to get heated. We have a Gear 5th review / rant. We'll start off with the good stuff. The episode was amazing. I loved it. Every single moment. Yes, even that scene. Crazy, I know. This episode was just the awe, the bask in the glory of Gear 5th Luffy, as he did himself, bouncing around and so joyous and laughing uncontrollably at what he can do. This is everything he's ever wanted. And then the Gorosei elaborate on just what this is. This devil fruit awakening, the most ridiculous power in the world. This is just to take this all in. His peak. Gear 5th. And then at the end, we get quite a good bit of what he can do in a fight. Great to see. Lovely animation. And this time next week, this episode will be forgotten about. Because a lot of people didn't like this episode, actually. Which is fair. You know, seeing the same reused bouncy ha 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 scene 2 or 3 times. I can understand why some people wouldn't like that. And then they didn't like the Hiyori Orochi scene, which I'm not going to talk about that just yet. Give me like another minute, because that's where I'm going to start ranting. But they didn't like that part either. They just wanted their big, flashy, boom, bang, pow fight scene. You get that next week. You see, people seem to think like this is the end of Wano or something. Like, oh, I thought this episode was going to be better than this. I'm honestly kind of disappointed. I've seen so many people saying they're kind of disappointed in this episode, which is your opinion. That's fine. But Sanji and Zoro, they got like one big, really great episode for their fight. Luffy is going to have like 3. This fight's got at least 3 more episodes left. Maybe 4. And they're all going to look fantastic, as most of Wano has. Especially once we got to Onigashima. Kid and Law versus Big Mom, and there were small moments even before Ifrit Jambe and, you know, the finale of King versus Zoro, where Zoro and Sanji got great looking moments in their fights. Robin's fight looked amazing. Jinbei's fight looked amazing. I mean, just like Onigashima has just been stellar. Gear 5th gets set for 3, maybe 4 episodes in a row. So let's not act like this is the end. You get your big, flashy, bang, bang, boom, boom, pow, pow. I just want to see crispy animation. I don't like story. Okay. You get that next week. But, on to my rant. Do you guys not like One Piece? One Piece fans, do you actually like One Piece or not? I'm confused. This is the story that you, with your enormous egos, love to hold over any other thing of media, of fiction. Really. One Piece is untouchable. Great story, great world building. It's been going on for 20 years. Over 1,000 manga chapters, over 1,000 episodes. It's better than Naruto. It's better than Bleach. It's better than Dragon Ball. It's better than Hunter x Hunter. It's better than Attack on Titan. It's better than Spy Family. It's better than insert anime here. Basically insert anything. It's better than that. What do you watch? Fullmetal Alchemist? It's alright. It's not One Piece though. So you love to just shit on any other series because One Piece is untouchable. But also, you could skip Long Ring, Long Land. It's a boring arc. It's a waste of time. It's like filler. It's not important. And then in the same breath, I miss when the Straw Hats did more fun stuff and like goofing off. I want to see more of that. You skip the arc where they do that. You skip the arc where that's all they do. Skypiea, it's not that good. You know, it's skippable arc. It's lame, it's slow. It's not really that important. But then I see endless reels of the drums of liberation were in Skypiea. Skypiea was already Oda was cooking, bro. He was already foreshadowing Skypiea. Gear Fifth in Skypiea. Joy Boy in Skypiea. The drums of liberation is you all skipped that arc. And obviously I don't mean literally all One Piece fans, but way too many of y'all. Skip through the arc. It's kind of boring. The villain's a clown. He's not even a good villain. There's a lot of slow-paced, boring stuff. It's not that important. Like, if you really would just watch like the last few episodes, that's where shit actually gets good. The rest of the arc is garbage. How many arcs are we skipping, y'all? I thought you liked One Piece. I thought One Piece was untouchable. The world building, the characters, the story, the this, the that, the other. I like Naruto. Couldn't be me. I watch One Piece. It's untouchable. But we also skip half our arcs. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Same thing with this Hiyori Orochi scene. I saw even a JD Legend complaining about that shit. Why? Do you guys not like the story that you claim you like? Do you just only care for the big fights? Is that all that matters to you? Do you not care about seeing the payoff of the other characters that are involved in these arcs? The thing that actually makes the story so incredible are all the moving parts and pieces and seeing them all come to a close and the finish and where they're going to go next and all that. The great story that you love. No, you don't like actually seeing that? Weird. Weird. The Hiyori Orochi scene was incredible, especially because of what was happening above her at the moment. Seeing Hiyori get her payoff after all her years of suffering, in which she suffered in silence, just like her father, who suffered in silence. He danced like a fool for 5 years on end, naked across the town, the villages of Wano, losing the respect and trust and admiration of his people to the point where they started to throw things at him and slander his name, cuss at him. He never made an excuse. He never broke character. He never changed. All because Kaido and Orochi said, we'll do some good for Wano if you keep up to your promise. And then he kept up to his promise, and then he reached his breaking point when they still turned on their word. And then they tried to make an example out of him, in which they made another promise to him. Survive for an hour and we'll let you live. And then they got mad because he kept to his word again. The Chad he is. And they shot him. Made an example out of him. Forced the people of Wano into submission for 20 years. And yet after those 20 years is when the prophecy is supposed to happen. That Wano will return to its former glory. And yet, before that had to happen, they were going to suffer, and suffer they did. Hiyori had to work alongside, be a subordinate of, the man who killed her father, the man who laid Wano to waste every single day for 20 years. She had to listen to his lecherous comments about how beautiful she is, and this and all that. She had to watch as he would batter and abuse and mistreat her people, and she couldn't lift a finger to do anything. She had to suffer. And in the episode before this, everyone thought the fight was about to end. Granted, she didn't really know all this because of where she was at, but Onigashima, Kaido comes busting down. Luffy's dead. Pack it up, y'all. This is what you foolish samurai get for resisting me. You lost again. Law and Kid can barely fight. Zoro's out the game. Sanji's out the game. Nami's trying to hold her composure, but she can't. She's losing it. Everyone's in disbelief. Did we really lose? Is this the end? And then the drums of liberation sound. Joy Boy has returned. The prophecy is being fulfilled. Hiyori can get her cathartic justice, her revenge for all the suffering and silence that she had to deal with. For that to be happening at the same time as the prophecy and the return of Joy Boy, I loved it. I loved it. To see Orochi under that rubble, crying and begging and pleading like the scum he is. To no avail, because Hiyori wasn't hearing none of it. And when her mask fell, you see the rage and the pain in her face of all that she had to suffer. She wouldn't dare listen to a single word this man said. How dare you speak of my father like this, like you liked him? How dare you? All that stuff. I wanted her to go off. Tell him. Tell him. And then Orochi meets his end, burns, just like Odin did, which Odin still tanked, but burns at the hands of his own subordinate. I loved it.
Why is this even happening? Why is this here? I just want to see Griffith. I just want my big, fleshy, bang, bang, boom, boom, pow.
Y'all don't actually like your stories that you get in One Piece. You say you do, but you don't. You're weird. So yeah, that's about it. Again, talking into the void to no one. But in the future, when I have a community, when I have fans, when I have subscribers, I'll bring this video back up. Probably because I'll be talking about it again. We'll be like, what, 5 years down the line? Some crazy, great stuff will be happening in One Piece, and I'll hear people,
I just wanted to see the big fight. Why are they showing these characters talking? I don't care about them talking.
but then don't let anyone mention Naruto or anything.
Naruto, it's got so many plot holes. All of its characters, they're okay. You know, it could be me. One Piece is the GOAT. One Piece is the GOAT.
You wanna know what's crazy? Let me show you something. This might scare you guys a little bit. So here we have this. No jump scare yet. I'll give you a warning. Here comes the jump scare.
What is this? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? He clearly hasn't read this book, because if he read this book, he wouldn't even have this book, because Naruto's garbage. It can't compare to Peak.
Have you ever heard of someone actually liking One Piece and also liking, Naruto and Dragon Ball and Bleach and Hunter x Hunter and all that stuff? No? You're lying. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. One Piece is amazing, but it is not some end-all be-all.
I used to love Naruto, but then I watched One Piece. And now, Naruto's...
Come on, dude.
You know, I actually saw a post where Kishimoto said One Piece is better. So now we've ended the debate. Not that there ever was one. One Piece is better. Take that, Naruto fans.
Sometimes y'all are crazy. Sometimes y'all are crazy. But whatever. You'll get your big flashy bang bang boom boom pow pow. Big punch, big beam, crispy animation. You'll get it.